yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Right there in the middle, 55. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Go! Bravo!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, box truck.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Central West. Hey, Haywood.
And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Yeah. Hey, my 7. Check Mike 54.
2nd and 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
You better be ready. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line.
Here's Prescott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Kill. 49.
First down, Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
There we go. Check 55, Mike. We're going to 53.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
47. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Pollard going to try the right side. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on here, come get some.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, dude.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin, taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Undercrush. Gun.
Now Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Hey, alert 3. Switch.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Any weapon. Hey, Charlie. 36.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Sit up. Bang, 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 bang.
Looking to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey! Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. It's going to be a long day. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 98 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Let's go, let's do it.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 6. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Kill. 6-6. Pull it high. Rush in. Now. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Someone west. Hey, exit. Go. Check down.
They'll run here with counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Protein spell. Go, go. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Mike, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Begin.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Throwing. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Lambeau is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Raheem Mostert, 78 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check 55 to Mike. Bring it. There we go. 26.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Mike 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Steve 5.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Out. Leo. Jump. Shit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Check. Watch the before.
Back to throw here. The open man is Shark. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Johnson's got it complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Kill. Small. 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber. Under. Get it. 26.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here go 47.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Hey, we go. Watching you cry. Man, so we're going to 53. Jim.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Check. Crunch. Mike, 50, 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
X3, 218, chop, Jay, wahoo!
2nd and 5. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 3.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they get this to Austin. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
55. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man. It's Austin. That's good for 28 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get him down right around the 16. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
You ain't got nothing. Gun. 47. 55.
Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's now 4th down and 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, wait for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense has got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
Back to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger, and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I love the swift, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist.